4 on the left.
Why don't you take the 2 on the right and leave the rest?
You're not that fast anymore.
Oh, here we go.
The only thing faster is...
Light.
Exactly.
We'll see.
Hi, I'm Belinda Luscombe from Time Magazine. Answering today's 10 questions, we have the man who's taken out and probably dealt more punishment than any human being on the planet, including, in his latest movie, The Expendables, getting beaten up by Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's my personal great pleasure to welcome to 10 Questions, Sylvester Stallone.
The multi-level damage Stallone. Yes, thank you very much. Great to be here in sort of one piece.
So we have questions from the readers today.
Sure.
Eli Siegs from my hometown of Sydney, Australia, go Swans, wants to know, can you fight in real life?
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. I've always been very aggressive and pretty quick with my hands, and that's why I decided one time to, when I eventually had a chance to do the idea of Rocky, to become a boxer, because I thought I could sort of pull that off as opposed to like a tennis player or a running back. I've always been aggressive that way, yeah.
So do people want to fight you sometimes?
I've had a lot. I've had a lot of people that wanted to fight me. Usually it's my fellow Italians. It's always some guy from New Jersey with, you know, tattoos like Born Dead on his arm that wants to just fight and prove something. It's just, I don't know, it's just very, very aggressive. Or when people have had a few drinks and they get a little feisty now and then.
You were quoted as saying that working out and bodybuilding is nothing but shallow vanity, that you didn't want to go back to your big vascular look, that being so concerned with body image is not the male idea. And then James Kulak of Edmonton, Canada asks, but you are arguably in the best shape of your life.
Yeah, I think that's completely, that is when I was going through a definite mood swing. And I was starting to feel guilty, because I don't believe that's total BS. And at the time, I had just like won Best Abs, for example, one of these kind of things. And I did this film, Copland, and here I was gaining this weight, actually feeling guilty for being in shape. Oh, you can't be a good actor if you're in that kind of shape, if you have vascularity. I mean, people are always making fun of my arms, like, oh, and the poor guy, look at all the veins in his arms. But I was feeling guilty for that. So when I started putting on weight for Copland, I thought, well, now I'll be more accepted as kind of like a human being. But now I look back on it and say, you know what, I am what I am, and I don't regret what I'm doing, and I tried to be something else. So disregard that as a complete falsehood.
Rocky was an archetype, an icon. Has it been a burden or a blessing to have embodied such a powerful archetype so early in your career?
When I was younger, I thought it was a burden, and I did everything in the world to go against it. Now that I've gotten older, it's the greatest thing that ever happened to me. It's a wonderful thing. I only wish I could live up to his ideals. I wrote a character what I considered like one of the perfect human beings, and I'm not. But I said, boy, if I could embody the kind of virtues that this man has, it's extraordinary. That's why the character, I think, is endured. And finally, when I turned 60, I go, you know, I would have nothing without this character. And I took my run at drama. I've done my things at comedy, and this is where I belong, you know, in this genre, and playing these kind of guys.
Is there a chance in hell that to see you write, direct, and star in another Rocky movie?
The last Rocky took 19 years to get off the ground, and it was quite a challenge. You're 60 years old, and we want to play a boxer following a failed sequel. You know, it's not exactly everyone wanted to see it. So you've seen the end of Rocky. I'm really happy with the way that he rode off into the sunset.
This one's a little out of left field. What's your advice for men looking for wives?
I find that if you have to work in a relationship, it's not working. It either happens or it doesn't. When you can just be yourself and she can be yourself and somehow you both get along, that's the right girl. When you have to walk on eggshells or she has to change her whole personality to get along with you, that's not going to last. I don't think. Eventually something's going to break.
Good answer. Well, this is my question. Who was the most difficult person to get to do The Expendables? Because it's such an incredible cast.
Most difficult person to get, let's see. I would have to say Mickey, for sure.
Oh, Mickey. Even harder than the governor of California?
Oh, well, that's impossible. Oh, you want to talk about hard and impossible. He's impossible to get.
But you got him.
Yeah, I got that. That was off the chart. I never believed that would happen. And to get him and Bruce in the same scene.
Give this job to my friend here. He loves playing in the jungle, right?
Right. It's his problem.
Did you have like naked pictures of something?
That's right.
Like, what did you say? I promise I'll vote for you forever.
What I said, look, this is a one-time, whatever. We're buddies. We talk every weekend, and I said we've had this legacy together as Genesis. We both started in '76. He goes, this would be so incredible. And I expected him to say no, because he said no 5 times before. We never worked out. But he went, yeah, you know, count on me. I went, hello, count on me? You don't hear that in Hollywood. Count on me? Done. And that's how it all happened. But that was impossible. That was done 5 months after the movie. That's how hard it was to do.
Wow. Well, this has been a great pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr.
You bet.
Stallone.
Thank you.
I want to die with someone who cares about me, you know. I don't want to die for a woman. I want to die laying next to a woman. That's what I want. Something special.